Okay. Hello, everyone. How tall am I? I'll let you guess. You can have 3 guesses. Oh, hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. 5'9"? No, not 5'9". I know I look tall, but I'm not. It's because I'm wearing heels. How's everyone doing? 5'7"? Close. Even shorter than that. Oh, shit. Atlanta's cool. I like it out here. Hello from Texas. 5'5". Very close. 5'6". I'm 5'5". You can't tell, but yes. I'm 5'5", but I look like I'm 5'7". Hey, Josephina, I know who you are. Hickama, hickama. Hemeka, hemeka. Hello, Big Tasty. How y'all doing in Texas? Proud American. Hi, Proud American. How are you? Hello, Janet. How are you? I'm doing all right. Today's better than the last previous few days. I went and just had lunch with Axe. Had a real good lunch. We went out to get some Italian food. It was wonderful. So spent some good quality time with Axe Truth. Biogen, what's up, 5%er? Yes, that was me on the Chad Prather show. Howdy. That was me. Love me some Chad Prather. If he wasn't married, I might be the first lady of Texas. But he's married and he got too many damn kids. You know, Chad Prather has 5 kids. That's too many. I'm not. I don't know. I mean, I love kids, but that's too many. Andrew, how's your day go? How's your day go? Hey, Proud American. Yeah, I just got back from having lunch with Axe. So yeah, I hung out with him yesterday, and then he came and had lunch with me today. It was great. Somebody's making soup and ravioli. Like, aw, I wish I could make your ravioli because I actually am trained in Northern Italian cooking. I actually am trained in that. What's it look like I'm doing? Andrea, thank you very much, Andrea. I had a good time with Axe. Axe, let me tell you, the Axe that's on YouTube is the real Axe. Like, that's who he is. That's how he is. He's awesome. Just got back from having lunch with him like 10, 15 minutes ago. He's wonderful. I love me some Axe, true. I love me some Axe and Kyle. Will I be coming to Texas anytime soon? I would like to. I've been telling Chad, I said, Chad, you know, all you got to do is say the word, man, and I'll be there. You got to put me on your show, though. But I do like Texas somewhat. I got a friend out there in Waco, and I've been to Dallas twice. Been to Fort Worth, I think. I've been I've been to Fort Worth once, and I've been to Dallas twice. Stewie! Hey, Andrea, thank you. I was dropping truth about the kids. Well, it's an interesting dynamic what's happening. It's like you don't believe it until you check receipts, and then you're like, oh, Oh, this is a big problem. I don't know. There's a video going viral on Twitter right now. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's of I don't know if it was like some like gay church or what it was, but it was like some mom was bringing her kid in to some like weird, I don't know if it was a ceremony or a celebration. Why am I showing too much? I ain't showing too much. You can't see nothing. Okay, they're there, bro. They're there. I can't stop it. All right. But anyway, this video was like this little kid, I guess he was a little boy named Phoenix, and his mom is saying like he wants to be a girl, and like made him like go up there in front of all these people and be like, my pronouns are she and her. And it's like, this kid might have been, I don't know, 8, 9 years old, maybe. I can't tell how old these kids are, but it's bullshit. Come on now. Lucky you heard about it. Josefina, yes, I will. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't have a lot of friends and I don't have any family. So all this traveling that I've been doing, I didn't know anybody. I just did it by myself. But now I know you guys, and I got my girl Doreen, I can go hang out with her when I'm in Florida. I got Axe, so I can go stay at his house next time I'm in Georgia. He just said it was fine. I've got you guys in Texas, so looks like I got a friend in PA. Who was in Philly? Who said they wanted to turn up in Philly? Andrea? All right. So if I'm in PA, I can go hang out with Andrea. Oh, Amanda, you said he was like 5? Yeah, I mean, he might have been 8 years old, maximum 8 years old. But yeah, that kid looked, I was saying 8 or 9 to be generous. But yeah, he definitely was younger than that. Proud American says, I got a place in Oklahoma. Awesome. Exactly, Stewie. Like, kids do play, I mean, until you tell them that you cannot play with Barbies or you cannot play with trucks, they're not going to know. They're going to play with whatever toys they are given. You know what I mean? That's how kids will play with a plastic bag if they can turn it into a game of some sort. Janet says they're trying to make everyone trans and make everybody the opposite of what they really are. Exactly. So if it's the mental confusion, because think about it. If you can tell somebody that the color black is orange, and if you can make people believe that, then you can make people believe anything. Hey, Antifa and BLM are domestic terrorists. Nice to see you here. I think I saw your comments, or I don't know if you follow me on Parler, but I know I've seen your screen name before, so welcome. Biogen says, I can come to St. Pete. Awesome. You know what's crazy? I was actually, I want to move to Florida so bad, and most people were like, hey, move to Tampa, including my last boyfriend. He's like, move, Tampa's awesome. And a bunch of other people were like, yeah, Tampa's the place. Hey, Ashley, thank you so much. Well, the thing is, I never had this many friends before. And the ones that I had were liberals. So we don't talk to liberals anymore. They're incorrigible. They don't want to know the truth. They're a pain in the ass. But yeah, everyone's like, go move to Tampa. And then, but I like Fort Lauderdale, and I like Orlando, and I wasn't crazy about Daytona, but I did have dinner with Joe Biggs in Daytona because that's where he lives. There's so much keef on this weed. Anyone hear about the transgender doll BLM is sponsoring or made? I saw a photo of it, but I didn't look into it. But I did see a photo of that doll. So I do know what you're talking about, but I don't know that much about it. Marxist disruption of Western values. The purpose isn't to make the world better. It's to weaken the actual U.S. communist government's crush that shit with an iron fist. True. Yeah, it's all about confusion of the mind. It's all psychological. It's all psychological. The keef is the best part. Sticky, icky, icky. Well, Eddie, you know, like I said, and I'm just repeating something that young Pharaoh said, but in essence, it makes a lot of, actually still have the homosexual manifesto up. Let's see. Let me see if I can share screen. Chrome tab. There it is. I'm going to read this shit to you guys in its entirety because I want you to understand what we're up against, okay? This is a little bit long. If you get bored, just leave the live and come back, okay? Let me read it to you again. This is the Gay Manifesto, written by Michael Swift in 1977 and then published in the U.S. Congressional Record in 1987. Okay, so we're looking back at almost 3 decades of this bullshit. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to read this and then we're going to compare it to all of the policies and what we see now. All right, so here we go. We shall sodomize your sons, emblems of your feeble masculinity, of your shallow dreams, and of your vulgar lies. We shall seduce them in your schools, in your movie theaters, bathrooms, in your army bunkhouses, in your truck stops, in your all-male clubs, in your houses of Congress, wherever men are with men together. Your sons shall become our minions and do our bidding. They will be recast in our image. They will come to crave and adore us. Well, you know, doesn't that sound like what's happening now with all of the gay shit on the kids? This is what they're preparing for. This part affects us women, us cis women. Women, you cry for freedom. You say you are no longer satisfied with men. They make you unhappy. We connoisseurs of masculine face, the masculine physique, shall take your men from you then. We will amuse them. We will instruct them. We will embrace them when they weep. Then we will go and be with each other. We will give your men pleasures they have never known because we are foremost men too, and only one man knows how to truly please another man. Only one man can understand the depth and the feeling, the mind and the body of another man. Okay, so check that out. Isn't that already happening? Isn't that what the gay movement and the feminist movement are doing to women? Isn't that what that whole, you know, we don't need a man movement is all about? Well, this is why. Okay, all laws banning homosexual activity will be revoked. Instead, legislation shall be passed which engenders love between men. Well, don't we already have that? I mean, same-sex marriage is legal now. I don't personally have a problem with it, but let's read on and look at the other stuff. All homosexuals must stand together as brothers. We must be united artistically, philosophically, socially, politically, and financially. We will triumph only when we present a common face to the vicious heterosexual enemy. If you dare cry faggot, fairy, queer at us, we will stab you in your cowardly hearts and defile your dead, puny bodies. We shall write poems of love between men. We shall stage plays in which a man openly caresses man. We shall make films about the love between heroic men, which will replace cheap, superficial, sentimental, insipid, juvenile, heterosexual infatuations presently dominating your cinema screens. We shall sculpt statues of beautiful young men, of bold athletes, which will be placed in your parks, your squares, your plazas. The museums of the world will be filled with only paintings of graceful, naked lads. Okay, so right there, they're basically admitting that their artistic expression is going to revolve around the sexualization of young boys. And they're also admitting there about how they've infiltrated the film industry. If you guys don't believe me, go back to some of my beginning videos in my list. I have an entire video about GLAAD, okay, the organization GLAAD. I talk about exactly what they do to basically punk the entertainment industry into representing the gay shit. Our writers and artists will make love between men fashionable and de rigueur, and will succeed because we are adept at setting styles. We will eliminate heterosexual liaisons through the usage of devices of wit and ridicule, devices which we are skilled in employing. We will unmask the powerful homosexuals who masquerade as heterosexuals. You will be shocked and frightened when you find out that your presidents, your presidents, and their sons, your industrialists, your senators, your mayors, your generals, your athletes, your film stars, your television personalities, your civic leaders, your priests are not safe. Familiar bourgeois heterosexual figures you assume them to be. We are everywhere. We have infiltrated your ranks. Be careful when you speak of homosexuals, because we are moving always among you. We may be sitting across the desk from you. We may be sleeping in the same bed with you. Okay, that speaks to all this down low stuff that's going on. And when they talk about their presidents and their sons, let me tell you guys something. Pizzagate is not new. Okay, there was a situation where a bunch of young boys were being brought into the White House during the Bush administration in the fucking, when did the Bush administration start? 1988? Whenever that started, the first Bush, he was doing the gay shit, okay? There will be no compromises. We are not middle-class weaklings, highly intelligent. We are the natural aristocrats of the human race. This is what they believe about themselves. And steely-minded aristocrats never settle for less. Those who oppose us will be exiled. Well, Jericho Green talks about the gay mafia. Isn't that what we're dealing with now? I'm going to skip this paragraph. Oh, here. No, I'm not actually. We shall raise vast private armies as Mishima did to defeat you. In that video, I talk about who Mishima was. Mishima was this Japanese gay guy who was writing all these plays and poetry and books and stuff, okay? We shall conquer the world because warriors inspired by and banded together by homosexual love and honor are invincible, as were the ancient Greek soldiers. Hello? What do you think 300 is about? 300, which was an amazing movie. I loved it. I didn't know what it was. I thought these guys were just good-ass, like bomb-ass warriors, like the Vikings of the Roman army. But it turns out that army was actually called something like the Band of Thebes or some shit. And they were 150 homosexual couples. They weren't brothers, they were couples. Moving on. The family unit spawning grounds of lies, betrayals, mediocrity, hypocrisy, and violence will be abolished. The family unit, which only dampens imagination and curbs free will, must be eliminated. Perfect boys will be conceived and grown in the genetic laboratory. Isn't that already happening? They will be bonded together in a communal setting under the control and instruction of homosexual savants. Listen, guys, when the gays talk about their gay mother, what they're talking about are these communities of these homosexual savants, these families of these homosexual savants. It's big in the drag culture, and it's ask any gay guy you know. It's true. All churches who condemn us will be closed. Only our gods are handsome young men. We adhere to a cult of beauty, moral, and aesthetic. All that is ugly and vulgar and banal will be annihilated. Since we are alienated from the middle-class heterosexual conventions, we are free to live our lives according to the dictates of pure imagination. For us, too much is not enough. The exquisite society to emerge will be governed by an elite compromise of gay poets. What did I say? One of the major requirements for a position of power in the new society of homoeroticism will be indulgence in the Greek passion. Any man contaminated with heterosexual lust will be automatically barred from a position of influence. All males who insist on remaining stupidly heterosexual will be tried in homosexual courts of justice and will become invisible men. We shall rewrite history, history filled and debased with your heterosexual lies and distortions. We shall portray the homosexuality of great leaders and thinkers who have shaped the world. We will demonstrate that homosexuality and intelligence and imagination are inextricably linked, and that homosexuality is a requirement for true nobility and true beauty in a man. We shall be victorious because we are fueled with the ferocious bitterness of the oppressed. Listen to that. We shall be victorious because we are fueled with the ferocious bitterness of the oppressed who have been forced to play seemingly bit parts in your dumb heterosexual shows throughout the ages. We too are capable of firing guns and manning the brigades of the ultimate revolution. That sounds like a threat to me. I don't know about you guys. Okay. But once again, this is how BLM and Antifa can use this gay community because they feel like outcasts to use them in their agenda. And then here's the last part. Tremble, heterosexual swine, when we appear before you without our masks. All right? All right? Now, if that document was written in 1977, published in the U.S. Congress or something in 1987, okay, if you were born in the 80s, I want you to put yes in the comments, okay? Because this is just for us who have, if you're, okay, so if you're 36 or older, you can be in this conversation. And I want you guys to think about how much of what I just read sounds like stuff that has actually happened. Okay? If you're younger than like 34, then you don't understand the steps. Okay? There are steps in a process, right? Hey Amber, there are steps in a process, right? That's if you know anything about management or project management, you understand that there are steps. So what I'm saying is if the homosexual agenda in 1977 was everything that I just read, how much of that has come to pass? Y'all, I got the smoke. Y'all put your comments here. All right. All that. Hey, Sam. Yes. Janet. Yes. Don't you think this is just part of a bigger plan from the left to revoke women's rights and restore slavery? You know what? It's crazy that you should say that, because there was this woman, I think she was on Tucker a long time ago. This maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. And this woman was a bona fide lefty, bra-burning feminist. Okay? And you know what she said on Tucker? She says she is tired of men infiltrating female spaces because of the trans thing. So even like the real diehard, hardcore, man-hating feminists from the 70s and 80s and 90s, even they understand that this tranny shit is all about reducing a woman's presence and power. Because think about it. If women have worked so hard all these decades to get into positions of respect, and then all of a sudden a man can come in and say, okay, I'm a woman now, so I can compete with you in the same space. That's not female liberation. That's not girl power. So, I mean, I think that's a valid point. And if you said it, and if the hardcore feminists say it, I mean, I think there's some validity to it. Biogen says, in the past month, we have seen the left push to replace nuclear parenting with communal parenting that fits perfectly with what... There you go. Exactly. What did they say? The family unit, spawning ground of lies, betrayals, mediocrity, hypocrisy, and violence, will be abolished. Isn't that what BLM wants to do? The family unit, which only dampens imagination and curbs free will, must be eliminated. Perfect boys will be conceived and grown in the genetic laboratory. They will be bonded together in a communal setting under the control and instruction of homosexual savants. Bam! Ask any gay guy you know about how he came out of the closet and who was there to support them. Usually, they were getting turned out by an older man or a group of older men or an older man that was hanging out with underage boys, okay? I'm sorry. Milo Yiannopoulos admitted it. Milo Yiannopoulos admitted it, and he caught a lot of slack for that, for admitting the fact that there is some weird shit in that culture when you're a teenager and you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, you're going to go talk to someone who's older, you know? And then that's when weird shit starts happening. The New World Order wants the middle class gone and have the rich elites to rule over the poor. I'm telling you guys, it's the Hunger Games. It's the Hunger Games. That's what they're trying to create in this country. Brian, exactly. Female sports. Didn't Joe Rogan do a whole podcast about what happened with that MMA fighter it was a male MMA fighter who was competing in the octagon with the females because and it wasn't a fair fight. It was crazy. And then it's happening in high school track. It's happening in high school sports, college sports. Are you kidding me? Some bullshit. The trans lobby is the perfect space for misogynists to wrench power back from the women who fought for it. Where's my sleigh? Here. Here, Biogen, you get a sleigh for that. You get a sleigh for that. Exactly. Well said. Milo got flack for being conservative. George Takei literally said the same thing and got a free pass. Well, that's because George Takei hates Donald Trump. But let's not forget, George Takei was on the Celebrity Apprentice. Okay? So for him to come and fuck, well, shit, a lot of those celebrities stab Donald Trump in the back. It's like, George Takei, you don't do nothing but make commercials. Donald Trump gave you a chance to be on the Celebrity Apprentice. And everybody voted him off because they said he was too nice. Okay? And he's been doing nothing but talking shit about Donald Trump ever since. Okay, so Amanda, you know this is part of gay culture. And listen, we got the gays that are stepping up in the conservative movement, and they're saying, you know what, we don't stand for no pedophile stuff, you know. So they don't want that part of gay culture, you know, and that's why I support the gays, you know, because I love them so much, because the ones that recognize the pattern are saying, no, what we do as grown folks is what we do as grown folks, but we're not going to put it on the kids. Okay? Hollywood does a lot of predictive programming. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Hello, Josiah. And I'm not a queen, but thank you. All right, guys. Sorry, that shit pisses me off. It gets me upset. Anyhow. The left have a history of controlling people. It frustrates me that black liberals don't see that socialism is just an attempt to bring back slavery. Bring back slavery. Exactly. That's because they're stupid. They're stupid. They don't see the patterns. They're not educated. They don't know shit about the things that have happened in foreign countries. Okay, they don't even bother to do the research when it comes to that. They just don't know. They all they see is free. But here's the thing. What's free is no good. Public housing is free and it's dangerous. Okay? Free healthcare is usually the worst healthcare. Okay? It's never preventative. Sam says Jesus rules my kingdom. That's awesome. Janet's like the priests of the Catholic Church who abused all the altar boys. What did it say? What did the manifesto say in the beginning? Let's read that again. We will unmask those powerful homosexuals who masquerade as heterosexuals. You will be shocked and frightened when you find out that your presidents and their sons, your senators, your mayors, your generals, your athletes, your film stars, your television personalities, your civic leaders, your priests are not the safe, familiar personalities, homosexual figures you assume them to be. Exactly. Exactly. And how do you control people? Through the media, through religion, and through sexual trauma. Okay? The Nazis did a study about kids who had been sexually abused. And you know what they found out? They found out that children that had been sexually abused, obviously they're easy to control, but also they have superhuman-like powers. They found out that they had greater physical stamina, they had greater eyesight, and they had greater hearing. And you know what that comes from? That comes from being hyper vigilant and being in survival mode 24/7. You see, it's all connected. In the future, I would think there would be those that disagree from their own culture. Well, they're coming out because a lot of gay people are realizing we didn't sign up for this weird shit. What we do as grown folks is what we do as grown folks. We nasty in the bedroom, but we're not trying to push that on kids. So, I mean, that's what I love about the walkaway movement, because Brandon Straka is kind of at the forefront of that. You know, he ain't with no pedophile shit, and he's not about protecting gays who protect pedophiles. He's not with that. Nothing in life is free. Someone is always paying for it. The power of free is very strong. Thank you. And nothing is free. When I get back to Vegas, I'll be back in Vegas tomorrow. I'm going to do a video for you guys because I've been wanting to do it for months. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I have observed in my 38 years as an American, particularly a Californian. And I'm going to talk to you step by step from the time I was in college to what I see now. And we're going to talk about it step by step by step. And we're going to talk about Bob Avakian, and we're going to talk about the Communist Party. I'm sure many of you don't even know the name Bob Avakian. I highly doubt most of you even know who that is. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to educate you guys. Don't worry, it's coming. The receipts will be drawn. Operation Paperclip. The U.S. government brought a lot of Nazi German scientists to the U.S. Yes, we know that. Because, like, Germans and Japanese, like, they're the smartest people on the planet. I don't give a shit what you say. They are the smartest people on the planet. They're the most efficient people on the planet. So, I know about it. I don't know as much about it maybe as you do. But it is concerning, because do you think that they were just bringing their notes? They weren't just bringing their notes. They were bringing the entire system with them. Okay? So when it comes to mind control or how to mass exterminate any population, the Germans wrote the book. Okay? The Japanese too. I'm sorry I'm late, but did you hear about the kids in DC? They don't need parents' permission to get vaccines. Crazy. No, I didn't hear about that. But please, if you want to send me an article about it, I'd be happy to read it. Jason says feminizing men is their goal. Weaker men, easier to control, no threat of revolutions. Exactly. You get a slave for that. Andrea says she loves Brandon. Where am I? Sorry. You love Brandon. He is a game changer, and I hope Brandon becomes president one day. I'll vote for Brandon Strzok for president. Hell yeah. You know who you need to put together? You put together Karen Kennedy and Brandon Strzok, or you put together Brandon Strzok and Brandon Tatum. This entire country will get fixed. Good news, Kyle is out on bail. He took out at least on sex offender. I don't know what that means. But yeah, it was a $2 million bail and he's out. So that's good. So I hope that he's got people around him protecting him at all times. I'm sure he does. Know who is not paying for socialist shit? Politicians. Fuck George Floyd and the clique he claims. Yeah, fuck George Floyd. When you get back to Vegas, are you going to be ready for your 3-week halt, as they called it? You mean the whatchamacallit? When the trucks stop? Nope. My gun is still in Oakland. And I don't have no water. I don't have no food in Vegas. I don't have shit. Okay, so I might be on a 3-week fast. Okay, I'm gonna be skinny as shit. Get rid of this baby fat. I need, if I can get a flight back and forth to Oakland just to get my gun, I'll feel better. I need to look at Google Flights and figure that out. No, I am not prepared, Janet, at all. And I knew this was coming, but I'm not prepared. Did I see the protests in front of Newsom's house last night? No, send me the article, redpill_rage at protonmail.com. Bob Avakian was a little commie. Bob Avakian, we're going to talk about him. At least Jason knows who that is. When you compare all religious views and values, Christians are the most free and prosperous. Hence, the power hungry like to villainize it. You know what? I never looked at it that way. That's definitely true. Buddhism might be a little bit more free. I think Buddhism is definitely more spiritually free. But you hit the nail on the head with that. Will says they continued their experiments. I have no doubt of that. Kyle! Hi, Kyle! Hey, Kyle's in the house. Everybody say what's up, Kyle. Kyle, do you like your chicken and arugula? Did you get a bite of that yet? Do I know about Unit 731? No, I do not. Please send me the article. I'd love to learn more. No, it's been 3 weeks, like basically not necessarily locked down, but the governor has called a 3-week hold or stall, and the truckers aren't going to be striking for 3 or 4 days. Well, like I said, I'll be fasting because, I'll try to get as much like tuna and top ramen as I can get. But I am not prepared in Vegas at all. I don't know. Like should I just go back to Oakland and ride it out there? I don't know. Oh man, Kyle, you were already eating? Okay. Okay, why am I staying in Vegas? Well, Josephina, here's the thing. I need to continue to try to set appointments so I can open my business. That's number one. And I'm opening despite the COVID orders. I don't give a shit. And I need to clear some things out. There's a lot of trash in there. Not trash, but stuff in there that I want to throw away. And the other thing is the reason I feel safer in Vegas than California is only because Vegas is a carry state. I mean, Nevada is a carry state, and everybody literally has a gun on their hip in Vegas. So, and there's a lot of Patriots in Vegas, and Vegas is a very, very much a veteran and military, like pro veteran, pro military town. So I can get on the phone with like the Marine bikers. I can get on the phone with cops. Like there's people out there who I think would have my back. If I needed to call and be like, yo, there's someone outside my spot, I know I would be okay, you know? So I feel safer there. In certain ways, Vegas has a lot of crime, but in other ways, there's certain shit. There's just certain shit that people won't do either. Whereas in California, people have the free reign to do whatever the fuck they want because nobody enforces the rules. Nobody enforces laws, especially for the niggas and the Mexicans. Especially for the brown people. Can I please twerk? No. I ain't got no ass. It's funny how most of the liberal free states, California and New York are now communist. There you go. There you go. You already know. You already know. Well, I mean, ask what we talked about. I was telling him how much stuff is shut down in Vegas. They're trying to sell us to the communists. They want to bankrupt all the hotels, bankrupt all the casinos, bankrupt Silicon Valley, bankrupt the office buildings, bankrupt the landlords, bankrupt the landlords. And once you do that, the Chinese can come in and buy property here for pennies on the dollar because it'll all be in bankruptcy. It's the perfect plan. Ask what I said about how much Steve Sisolak had done for the city of Vegas. Steve Sisolak was instrumental in getting the Raiders there. He was instrumental in getting the Golden Knights there. He built T-Mobile Stadium. He helped get Zappos there to refurbish downtown area. He built up Vegas more than it had ever been built up when he was city commissioner. Then he becomes governor, puts his face up Gavin Newsom's ass, and all of a sudden he wants to sell out the very city that he built up. It's weird. My cousins that are police won't enforce these crazy new rules here in Washington. I hear Washington's a shit show. You know, China has troops in Canada. Well, they better stay in Canada because we're locked and loaded down here. Californians getting arrested in the streets for existing past curfew and stated entirely for COVID. Floridians enjoying freedom like goddamn Americans. Exactly. Exactly. Well, Kyle, you know, all the Patriots want to move to Florida. Florida is definitely MAGA country. I spent about a month there and it was amazing. I felt so safe and everyone was so pro-Trump. People say that people from Florida are really weird and crazy, and maybe they are. But at the end of the day, I don't think I would want to be anywhere else in the country at this present moment. Liberalism is a cancer. Look how they rot their states and move to red states and vote blue. Yep. Yep. Californians. All right, I read that one. Where is the curfew enforcement during the riots? Exactly. Exactly. In the communist system, landlords and teachers are the first to go. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. And what happens when all the kids are put on online school learning? They don't even need to have individual teachers. You can just have one teacher record a video, and every kid that's in the state in that grade can just watch that one video, and that's the curriculum for the day. Right? So I could imagine this is where teachers are going to lose their jobs. Florida is really where it's at. I agree. I 100% agree. The iguanas are a problem, and the hurricanes are a problem. But other than that, I could do it. To protect vital Chinese investments without the knowledge or consent of local authorities, Canadian independent press. Oh, okay. Can I copy and paste that? Hey, Will, can you copy and paste? I don't know how to do that. All right, guys. So just Google the Canadian Independent Press Review. Google that, and then we will go find that article. Yeah, Florida or Texas. But Texas is having problems. They got real blue in certain cities. My friends from Florida says it's because of the heat. I love Trump. Used to be a liberal Trump hater. Then I walked away. Amen. I did too. And I'm glad I changed. Is it really crazy in Florida, or are they just trying to bully the most freedom-loving people to give up their values by making them feel embarrassed by them? Well said. Yeah, they're trying to bully the people who have common sense. They're trying to bully the people who just want to be left alone. Florida, people move to Florida to be left alone and to not pay taxes. That's why they moved to Florida. Plus, how pretty it is. I 100% Patriot. I'm glad you saw that. Hey, Kyle is active in the chat. Some great awakening happening, LOL. Honestly, I'm trying to go to Wyoming. I'm sure Wyoming is beautiful. I've heard great things. I've heard great things about Kentucky, Tennessee as well. Where is the Biden walk away campaign? Where are the Biden live streams? Kyle, they're at the Jeep dealership. Just go to the Jeep dealerships. That's where Joe Biden's at. And why didn't 80 million people celebrate Biden's win? Because not 80 million people voted for his ass. Probably 20 million. But I wouldn't be surprised if deep down California did flip red. I wouldn't be surprised if it did flip red. And we'll never know. We'll never know. Unless they really get to the, so I'm assuming, unless they really get to the bottom of it, which we may never find out. So I'm assuming you're a QAnon Trump supporter. I don't know. I don't watch QAnon. I don't know what QAnon is. A lot of people talk about QAnon. I've never even been on the website. But am I a Trump supporter? Yes, I am. Once you go Trump, you will never dump. Andrea says, because 80 million people getting ready to whoop some ass. That's right. Pop, pop. Come get it. Come get it, Beto. When Trump is announced president of this country, they will celebrate. This country will celebrate for months. Man, 2021 is going to be like, it's going to be a party every single day. It's going to be a party every single day. I promise you. The Civil War, I know Axe says that he doesn't believe a civil war is coming. I, on the other hand, do. We can agree to disagree on that. But the Civil War is going to last 30 days maximum. Because when we start clapping, It's either going to be military, either a military presence, martial law, or we're just going to have to get a free pass to start clapping ourselves. That's how it's going to be. Either they're going to do it for us or we're going to do it ourselves. But the war will not last very long, I promise. It's going to be Trump Day every day. It's going to be hanging people for treason every day. Okay? It's going to be governors in front of the gallows every day. Okay? Because once Trump gets back, I mean, well, he's still in power, but once the shit gets shut down, basically, we can now go after all the rhinos. We can now go after all the double agents. And we can now go after all of the never Trumpers. So it's gonna be a party all day, every day. We've got a lot of work to do. Yeah. Yeah, guys, go Google Agenda 21 if you don't understand what Kyle is saying right there. Agenda 21, just Google it, put it in your tab, go read it later. I've heard Q is a group of people high up in the military intelligence. I hope so. I mean, I've never looked at the website, and then I heard it got shut down. So I don't know. I don't really know about it. I try to get my receipts from like other credible sources. It's a 22. Pew, pew, pew. It's a chopper. It's a Uzi. Shout out to Auntie Hammy, the originator of the pew, pew, pew. She is unfortunately still in the Matrix. She is unfortunately still on all that black bullshit. But let's give credit where credit is due. Auntie Hammy is one of the best comedians ever. And if you guys don't see her on Instagram, go follow her on Instagram. She is funny as shit. She's nasty, though. Chariot. Oh, my God. You saw me on Hippies for Trump. Yay. I got to call that guy. Let me do. I got all these business cards. All right, so you guys go follow Hippies for Trump. Yeah, I gotta call him. He was cool as hell. Kyle says my independent research of 10 years matched up with what Q says. Okay, so there you go. There you go. There you go. And you know what? There's probably a lot of research that I've done as well that matches up with what Q says. It's just that I don't personally, I've never seen that website. So I don't know all of what that is about. I know that a lot of people will post memes and hashtags about Q, but I personally have never gone to that website, so I just don't know. But if you guys have, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff you can independently research and find out if it matches or not. Did you see Biden's cabinet of selection so far? Valerie Garrett. Again, he's gonna bring back the old Obama administration. It's just gonna be Obama 2.0. That's all it's gonna be. Valerie Jarrett. Can you believe Roseanne? Her career was destroyed for calling Valerie Jarrett. Says she looked like the lady from Planet of the Apes. She do. She do. It wasn't even about her skin color. Her facial features. Hold on. Let me pull this up. She's talking about the old version. Remember the old one with Charlton Heston? That's what she's talking about. She's talking about this one. Okay. Hold on. Valerie Jarrett looks just like that. Look at her lips. She looks just like that. I thought it was see, people can't even take a joke anymore. Roseanne Barr is a comedian. It's her job to make fun of people. It's ridiculous. Shout out to Aunt Jemima. Okay. Ah! Slayer in the house. Everybody say what's up, Slayer. I love you, baby brother. I miss you. I miss you. How you doing? I'm going to come up to New Jersey to see my friend Sarah. I'm going to come see you too. All right? Everybody say what's up, Slayer. Guys, I am like crazy about this guy. He's my favorite rager. He's my favorite 5%er. I had him on during Rager Appreciation Week a few weeks back, and he's awesome. I love you. Love you. Kyle says, what's up? Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for honoring me with your presence, my friend. All right, I'm going to come see Andrea too. Hey, you know what I should do? We should do the Red Pill Rage World Tour. Red Pill Rage World Tour. I need to get Karen Kennedy with me, though. I'm telling you, Axe and Kyle, the Hodge twins, me, Jericho, Karen Kennedy, Verstein, Young Pharaoh, and Slayer. Get us all on the world tour. Man. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how awesome that would be? Like literally the traveling Patriots show. That'd be incredible. Getting some love from Andrea, Slayer. That would be the lineup, I'm telling you. I told Axe before I even met Axe. I told Axe, I said, you and Kyle and the Hodge twins, you guys need to do a comedy show, okay? You guys need to do a comedy show. I'm serious. Oh shit! Oh, fucked up my blunt. This ain't even it. Damn, need to go get a blunt. These things dry out so fast. I'm telling you. The Red Pill World Tour. We would tear it up. You know. Shit. See, walk away is for everyone who wants to be peaceful. But the Red Pill Rage World Tour, that's for all the 5%ers. That's for all the riders. Okay? That's for all the bout it's. Okay? See, because Brandon wants to do everything by the book. We're not like that. We're not by the book. We're not going to be by the book. And we're not going to keep the conversation clean. And we're not going to be nice. And if anybody wants to show up outside of our shows, we got something for them. Shit. Red Pill Rage World Tour. Okay, guys, I want you to agree with me, and we're going to manifest that. We're going to manifest that, the Red Pill Rage World Tour, and it's going to be all 11 of those people that I just said. Shit. And then after we go on our world tour, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have a Vegas residency. We're going to be selling out T-Mobile Arena, all 11 of us. That's what's going to happen. Fuck this other bullshit. We're not writing books. We're not doing any of that. We're going on the world tour. That's right. The road rage tour. I love it. I love it. All right, we're going to manifest that. Everybody got to agree on that. Hey, Tony. I got your text message. I'm going to call you tonight. Dragon's blood incense. Get it. Burn it. Shit. We're gonna hire the Proud Boys as security. We're gonna have it'll be amazing. Maybe even Nick DiPaolo might want to come with us. We'll bring him on too, since he knows me now. Did you guys know I went to go see him, right? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So he'll come. I sat right up in the front and he was hitting on me all night. But he didn't know who I was. And then I came up to him after the show and I showed him the video that he did about me in August. And he's like, "Is that you?" I was like, "That's me. I've wanted to meet you for so long." And we just gave each other a big hug. It was really sweet. It was a really, really sweet moment. It was such a sweet moment. Like, he was like in shock. You know, he was in shock. So it was cool. It was cool. Oh, okay. This is a really interesting question. Would it be safe to say that Caucasians are a huge influence in your life? That's the dumbest question I've ever heard. Are you making judgments about me because I speak proper English? Or do I use big words? Well, I mean, see, there is no, I think to answer that question accurately, if we're going to be fair, Caucasians are probably the hugest influence in everyone's life. You know why? Because at least in America, we have a very Eurocentric kind of culture. In addition to that, Caucasians make up 67% of the population. So numerically, yes, they're going to have a larger influence on everyone's life. And I'm not deflecting. That question is so racist. That's okay. I say, hey, you know, anyone is welcome to ask a question. Nothing. I'm not a liberal. I don't get offended I don't get offended that easily. You're going to have to come up with something way better, Lion, if you want to insult me or make or draw conclusions about me. Right? We're not white, we're not black. We're American. Red, white, and blue, baby. That's what we do. Give them a minute, they may be malleable. Ebonics, oh my God. That was another failed cultural embarrassment of the 90s, right? Hey, Detox, what's up? How's everything down in Miami? Everybody say what's up, Detox. Detox is an aspiring journalist, and he's actually really, really good. And I would love to be able to work with him in the future and hire him, you know, paid, because he's really good. I don't think Lion was trying to be, hey, maybe he wasn't. But it seems like you're willing to accept Caucasian as your authority figure. Why does it seem that way? When the majority of coworkers that I've had in my life have been Hispanic. The majority of friends that I have had in my life have been Black and Hispanic. The majority of let's see, I mean, the majority of people that I'm with socially, whether they're my friends or not, tends to be Black and Hispanic. I wouldn't say that I would consider Caucasian as an authority figure. I consider leadership as authority. So I judge authority by character, not by color. I've worked for a lot of white chefs that were amazing, and I've worked for a lot of white chefs that are complete fucking idiots. You know? I've met some white cops that are amazing, and I've met some white cops that were dicks. Exactly. I look at energy. I look at energy. Race issues are chains. Exactly. The whole psychology of the left. I want to have the real Broke back on my show to talk about it when he gets time for me one day. But the thing about the left is that they use identity politics and they use shame tactics at the same time, and it's this really weird double mindfuck. So we can have let's just take Blacks for example. You have Black girl magic, Black girls rock, Black power, Black men are kings. All that you have, all that. You have like that Black excellence illusion. Okay. But then at the same time, the left will tell these same group of people that they put on a pedestal, they'll say, you ain't shit without us. You can't make it on your own. You're not sexually responsible on your own. You're not morally. You have no moral compass on your own. You'll never get ahead. White people will always have more than you. White people will always be better than you. So come to our team where we'll protect you in our little bubble. You know, you can come stay in our little bubble and we'll protect you in our little bubble from the man, specifically the cis heterosexual, rich, wealthy billionaires, you know? So it's like, well, which one is it? Is Black beautiful or is Black incompetent? You can't have both. And you see the left manipulates by doing the same thing. And they do it to the gays. Brandon Straka talks about it. Kyle and Axe talk about it all the time. Mike Smith, I don't know, somebody Smith. Rod Smith, he's a Black gay conservative guy. He talks about it all the time. Blair White, transgender Blair White talks about that same thing all the time. They do it to the Muslims. Oh, we love you. We don't want to judge you. We respect Islam. We know it's the culture of peace. But then at the same time, they tell the Muslims, oh, you'll never be safe. White people are always going to look at you sideways. So which one is it? It's a double mindfuck. America is all cultures. The melting pot of people are forgetting that. Exactly. Did they choose the name Lion and Jefferson's birthday in reverse as their handle? I don't know. Patriots. Ironically, the rich white man, Jeff Bezos on the left, Twitter, Jack, Bill Gates all on the left. Yep, exactly. Roxy, yes, it's double speak. Genuine's in the house. Hello, Genuine. Everybody say what's up, Genuine. Genuine, I say, is the most intellectual man on the internet. I mean, and you're all smart, but I think he's a particular kind of smart. I think he's extra, extra, extra smart. He's awesome. So you guys check out Genuine's channel. Let's see AOC in Venezuela and eat some garbage. Yeah, make her pick out of the trash cans. Watch that video, Ling, ex-KGB agent. Yeah, I know. Yuri, I can't pronounce the guy's name. I watched it. It's amazing. You love Christians. Shout out to the Christians. Hi, Genuine Peeps is Genuine. Aw, Genuine. You're such a good YouTuber. You're such a good YouTuber. That's very nice of you to say. Dang, I got some power hitters in my live tonight. I got all the power hitters. Somebody call Jericho. Tell him to jump in. Somebody call Jericho right now. And Genuine says hello to everybody back. Genuine talks about the fourth industrial revolution. Axe talked about it today too. It's some scary shit, man. They want, going back to what we talked about in the beginning, like they're the transhumanism, the transsexualism, the what I call at this point like digital social culture. It's all like trying to, I guess, like numb our senses, which reminds me of that movie Equilibrium. Ooh! Sorry. I'm on one right now. This weed. It's not like California pot, but it's like some really solid, like outdoors kind of like smooth middle level stoner high. It's good. Let's see. There we go. If you guys have not seen this movie, okay. If you have not seen this movie, you don't know what's coming next. Okay. Let's look at it. Let's have some fun. All right. This shit. Aw. Let's see. Can I watch it? Watch it on YouTube. And it also has the really good
with built-in virus protection, so you can click with confidence.
It also has like this amazing gunfight. They call it the gun kata.
It's to Chromebook.
Look at it. We're watching movies and shit on Red Pill Rage. Nice. So that's Sean Bean and Christian Bale.
You always knew. But I, being poor, have only my dreams. I've spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, but you tread on my dreams. I assume you dream, Preston. I'll do what I can to see they go easy on you. We both know they never go easy. Then I'm sorry. No, you're not. You don't even know the meaning. It's just a vestigial word for a feeling you've never felt. Don't you see, Preston? It's gone. Everything that makes us what we are traded away. There's no war. No murder. What is it you think we do? No. You've been with me. You've seen how it can be. The jealousy. Rage. A heavy cost. I pay it gladly.
A heavy cost. I'll pay it gladly. That's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at. Watch that movie and you will understand what this transhumanism stuff is that Genuine talks about so eloquently. It's all about desensitizing, regulating emotion, expression, freedom, creative thought. Once you take all that away, you literally can take away the soul. I talk about this. If you guys go back and you ever watched my videos where I was at the Billy Graham Library, I talked about, Billy Graham said, when you take away religion out of a country, you take away the human spirit. Okay. This is why communism is so dangerous. It's not just about the financial impact. It's about the spiritual, mental, cognitive impact of it. We're headed straight to Fahrenheit 451, equilibrium, existence, all the Black Mirror episodes, all the Twilight Zone episodes, every Outer Limits that you've ever seen, even with the nanobots. We're headed straight to that. So, my question is, Patriots, is it worth the cost? It sure is to me, because I'm not going to be any fucking robot. You're not going to turn me into a Cylon. No, Oh, no. And if I am a Cylon, I'm going to be like a Cylon. I don't know if you guys watch Battlestar Galactica. Sorry. If you've ever seen Battlestar Galactica, there was that one Cylon, and he said, even if I still stand with the humans. I still know who I fight for. That's me right there. That's all of you. Even if this country does fall to communism, we're going to be the patriots who are going to take every commie out that we can before we get shot. That's what's going to happen. I already know it. And I'm not inciting violence. Hell no, we're not going to let that happen. That's what the mask is for. Yep, it's step one. See, in the movie Existence, basically, everyone would take a medication that would prevent them from having any physical feeling. Okay? Everyone would take a medication, and they would all take it at the same time every day. So they all wore the same clothes. They did the same shit every single day, right? And then the main character stops taking the medication, and he starts to get his human feeling back. He starts to get like he becomes attracted to a woman. He becomes infatuated with this one woman. He starts to cry. He starts to feel warmth when he touches a puppy. You know what I mean? Like, he starts to get his humanity back. And so he fucking blows it up from the inside. And that movie has William Fichtner in it, who's one of my favorite actors. If you guys know who he is, put yes in the comments. He is the shit. Kyle says, research the nanotechnology vaccines. It's crazy. Oh shit. You can go to Truth or Talk and she'll tell you about that shit. Yeah. And I talked about it on Genuine's channel. The nanobots, there was an episode of Outer Limits in the 90s called The Nanobots. And basically, it was this injection you would get to help you heal from like whatever your physical ailments were, right? But then, of course, you get it, and then people become too strong, and they become too crazy, and they become too out of control, But we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Fuck that. Exactly. Communism is about total control over everything. When you break down the mask, you get to the point where they can tell you what to put in your body. Exactly. If they have the right to be the oxygen Nazis, what else can they be Nazis about? Oh, well, what vitamins are you taking? And then when is it going to turn into some sort of weird euthanasia type of like situation down the line. You know what I mean? When is it going to turn into, okay, you have to take this vaccine. Okay, well, now you have to take this vitamin. And now you have to start eating these foods. Okay, and now, I mean, they're already trying to give us fucking curfews. What's next? What's next? They're controlling our breathing right now. I don't understand why 99% of the world is not outraged and you and I are the only ones here who are like, this is kind of fucking weird. Are we the only ones who are questioning it? It's ridiculous. And I'm sorry, it pisses me off. You know, I see a lot of patriots, a lot of Trump supporters. Y'all are still on that mask shit. You need to stop, because we're not just fighting for Trump. We're fighting for a whole lot more than that. Red pill, blue pill, I prefer the purple pill. See, I agree with you, but right now we can't afford to be purple because the Democratic Party needs to be destroyed once and for all. And once we destroy the Democratic Party, we need to destroy the Republicans too. And for those of us who are classic conservatives and libertarians, we need to come together and have our own party, because we're the purple ones, really. Oh, that's okay. I'm flattered when trolls come in here. Proud American. Yeah, we will be like walking antennas. Oh, Darlene, please don't be like that. Come on, girl. Nobody here is a white supremacist. I bet, like, come on. Do I look like a white supremacist to you? But you don't know what race I am, so I might actually have more white blood in me than you do, but we'll see. It's chess, how much damage you can cause with one move layered. Well said. Well said. Boom! Tony, Soylent Green. Soylent Green. Exactly. They already have those. Have you seen in the prisons, they have those protein bricks? They're like these bricks of protein. They're like all brown and they have no flavor. So like, I don't know what that's made out of. Supposedly it's vegetable gluten, I think. It's like some sort of like vitamin. It's probably... It's what's that shit that they eat in Australia? They talk about it in that one song. Oh, Vegemite. It's probably Vegemite and vegetable gluten and like quinoa or some shit. That's what it probably is. But it might turn into people one day. We don't know. I hope everyone is defying the orders, especially the businesses. Well, I plan on defying it. They want to track everything in the name of sustainable development. Fuck that. Darlene says, burn, loot, murder. Yeah, we need a new party called... Shit, we can call it the Tea Party if you want. If you want to call it the Tea Party, I will gladly be a Tea Partyan. We could do that. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can just call it the Tea Party. I'm with it. I'm with that. Soylent Green is people. If I hate black pepper, am I a racist? Oh my God. Kyle from Axe Truth, LOL, have you ever seen a white liberal asking for a black waiter for black coffee? I just love seeing the madness of it all. Oh my God. There's only pedophiles left on the left, exactly. Vegemite sandwich. Biden laptop matters. Exactly. All right, guys. How's everyone feeling? Do you want to talk for a few more minutes? Or I don't know. I want to go to Magic City tonight. I don't know if I should go. Look like this. I'm gonna go on my page. I'm gonna walk in there like this. I need to get some singles though. I need to go get some cash. I don't have. I could spare like fucking $30. I could spare $30 to like break them strippers off. But I have to wear the MAGA hat. I got to. Should I do it? I don't know. I feel like if I go, I'll be traumatized. Hey, Darlene, is it racist if I want to go see some black strippers? Is that racist? Oh, I'm an ugly woman? Okay. All right. You heard it's fun. I kind of want to go. See, I don't want to go. Like, I'm not like lusting. Like, I'm not trying to get freaky or anything. I just want to go because it's a historical landmark. That's the only reason I want to go. Exactly, Patriots. Exactly. I have no lust in my heart, not anymore. So I just want to see, listen, I've seen the pictures from the website. The girls are really pretty. Like, they seem really pretty. I don't know if the pretty ones are working on a Monday night, but they seem really pretty. And I don't know, like, we're just, maybe, if they see like a nice person walk in with a Trump hat and give them some money, maybe they'll look at Trump people differently. I'm doing this for the cause. I'm not doing this for my own personal, like, well, I'm a little bit curious, but like, if there are some, thank you, Kyle, no makeup. I woke up like this. If there's some, I'm just gonna be honest here. If there's some like BBW girls that can really do what I heard they can do, I just want to see if they can do it. That's it. It's just an apps. I want to go there to admire the athleticism of pole dancing, because you have to have a lot of upper body strength to do it. So I just want to go to see if these thick girls can really do it. And from what I see, it seems like they can from the videos. I just want to see if it's real. That's all. That's it. I would like, strip clubs make me so uncomfortable. I've been to strip clubs. Like, I went to like 2 strip clubs in San Francisco. I went to one in Vegas, and I went to one in Portland. And it's very dark energy, and it makes me feel like uncomfortable. But I also understand these girls are human beings, and most of them have probably been molested at some point in their life, and that's why they do what they do. I know a lot of these girls are single moms, and maybe they just don't have any hope, So, not that I'm trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho, but if I walked in there with this, it would confuse the shit out of them. But the ones that would be willing to like talk to me would show me that maybe there's an opening for an understanding or a conversation. Not that they're there to, they're working, but maybe I could leave a good impression. That's all I'm saying, I don't know. It would be funny as shit. I think it would be funny. Picking up dollars with their coochie. Hey, if that's what they do, I want to see it. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. It's okay. At least they have an option that is stripping is recession proof. I don't see anything wrong with it, or prostitution. It's America. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. What is our business as conservative women, though? The only thing that is our business and the only thing that is our calling is to raise our daughters and be an influence, a positive influence in whatever sphere of children we as conservative women can be in, to try to make them so that they don't think that that's a good option for employment. That's the only thing. You know what I mean? And if there are some sexual trauma issues, we as conservative women should be there for women that are hurting, and we can tell them how to deal with it the right way instead of dealing with it in a self-destructive way. Yeah. All right. You know what, Darlene? All right. We're done with you. You had, I hope I answered your questions, Darlene. We already said that we weren't white supremacists, but I don't know why you're not going to take our word for it. But we've already said that, you asked a question and we answered you. So if you want to come in here and start shit, that's fine. But you can just, come in on your other fucking troll, profile. I'm not saying run to it, but people with severe trauma have to eat. Yeah, that too. How can someone don't have lust in their heart? That's impossible. And are you a lesbian, by the way? How is it not to have lust in my heart? Because when I was in my 20s and early 30s, I was very hypersexual. And being hypersexual puts good-hearted women like myself in a position where we become undesirable to the type of men that we really want. And part of that hypersexuality was that I just never really had an innocence. I was molested when I was 5, so I never had an innocence. And becoming abstinent has helped me regain that innocence again. So I don't interact with men or women the way that I used to. And in addition to that, I'm not going to lie, everybody on my channel knows I had a boyfriend in Florida, and I was celibate for 2 years before I met him. But when I met him, it was like I fell in love right away, and I made that mistake. And I tell people now, like, having sex with him ruined our relationship, because I think he and I were super compatible. I think we were super in love, and it should have worked out. But that sex got in the way, and the sex put emotions in places that it shouldn't have been in. And even now that we're broken up, like, I'm not horny at all. Like, I have no horniness in me whatsoever. Like, I really don't. Like, I really don't desire sex anymore. So I hope that answers your question. People need to know what lust means and the biblical form of what lust means. Well, yeah, it means when you have that desire, but, well, I mean, you're right. We can't do anything about that. But I'm not horny like I used to be. That's for sure. I'm not down for it like I used to be. Yeah, it's a big battle for everyone. I admire the Mormons. They really wait until marriage to have sex. Yeah, I wish, to this day, I wish I never had sex. I lost my virginity when I was 18. I wish I never had sex. I wish I never had sex with anyone in these past 20 years. I really don't. I mean, I have a kid, but she's a teenager, so I can't stand her. But but yeah, I wish I never had sex with anybody. But when you don't have any innocence, and when you have parents that don't teach you how to deal with your feelings in the right way, how can you not have sex? And I grew up in LA. Like, I know girls that were like, I know girls that had boyfriends when they were like 11 and 12. Like, I didn't even kiss a boy until I was 14 or 15. I didn't even kiss a boy, you know? So I know, I mean, girls were crazy when they were younger, and then I know it's worse now. Like, kids are like fucking now. Kids are literally having sex in middle school. They're not even waiting to till high school. Most people wait till high school. They're having sex in middle school. It saddens me. You know, how do you my daughter lost her virginity last year. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. You know, she's 17. I'm mad, but at least I know it sounds fucked up, but at least she waited till she was 16 and not like 11. It's too much. It's too much. I'm not interested in that. It's crazy. Well, listen, guys, this was super fun. I have a Zoom call in 20 minutes, and then I guess I'm gonna consider going to Magic City. I'll think about it. I want to go. I want to go. It was a big intellectual challenge to get to the point where I drive down the road and pray for everyone instead of ogling at them. Well, that's cool. Good night, Kyle. I'm going to see you real soon. If anyone is going to the, I guess they're doing a second Million MAGA march, and that's December 12th. So if y'all are going to be out there, we're going to work it out. Call me. I love you, Kyle. Be careful. Denise knows where you're going tonight. Well, Denise is welcome to do whatever she wants to fucking do. That's what Denise can do. Okay? Do what you're going to do. Denise don't know what time I'll be there. Love you, Kyle. Thank you, Andrea. Yes. Road Rage Tour. Okay? Shit. Oh, that's Verstein. Road Rage Tour. Hold on. Do I live stream every day? No. Maybe like 3 days a week. Hold on. This is Verstein. Verstein. God bless MAGA from Spokane, Washington. Don't even try. All right, she's not picking up. All right. Yes, I will be more careful. Yes, I will be more careful. Got you. Shit, if you know what, if Denise wants to come down, I'm just gonna call Axe and Kyle, and Axe and Kyle will be there. Okay, so try it, Denise. Try it, because now I got friends in this city. You can't say shit to me now. Lock and load, pop, pop, pew, pew, pew. Try it. Denise wasn't her name. Disappointment. All right, for real. Good night, everyone. I hope you have a good night. I got to be up early in the morning and catch this flight, and I will do my communism video tomorrow. Okay? Thank you, Tony.